Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a brand new episode of the Outfit Battles series, and it's been a hot sec since I did one of these, so apologies for that. But essentially, if you don't know what the Outfit Battles series is, then essentially what it is you guys send me in a screenshot of your loadout. It can be any loadout, it can be your favourite, your most extravagant, your most bizarre looking loadout, and I'll pair it up against something I believe is similar. It will never be like stupidly expensive versus like dirt cheap, so it's an unfair advantage. It'll always be a fair matchup, and the idea is that you guys vote for whichever loadout is the nicest. So down in the description below you'll find a link to straw polls for each of the matchups you're going to see in this video. Take the time to look at the loadouts, listen to what I think of them, make your own opinions of them, and vote in the straw polls. So as always, first thing we're going to do is going to go over the results from the last episode, show you who won, the percentages they won by, and then get into this episode. So let's take a look at episode 10's results. So first up guys was the sniper battle between Bipolar Turtle and Rody. There were 281 votes cast in total, 154 of them went to Bipolar Turtle, meaning he came out with 55% of votes. Up next was the engineer round, and we saw Mojo and Spaced Out face off against each other. This is the closest we've ever had, and it literally couldn't have been closer. One more vote on Spaced Out's side would have made this thing a tie. Mojo came out on top with 127 votes compared to Spaced Out's 126. This is literally the closest possible matchup we could ever have on Outfit Battles. The third round was the Scout, and Matt Gris faced off against Danke in another very close matchup. 248 votes were cast in total, 126 of them went to Matt Gris, coming out on top compared to Danke's 122. Round 4 was the Pyro, Cold Heart versus 11th Doctor. There were 215 votes cast in total, 118 of them went to Cold Heart, meaning he came out on top compared to the 45% or 97 votes of 11th Doctor. And round 5 went between Juice_Zuma and Beanstalker. This one was definitely the least close. 226 votes were cast in total, 147 went to Juice Zuma and 79 went to Beanstalker, meaning Beanstalker had 35% whilst Juice Zuma had 65. So without further ado guys, let's get into this week's matchups. So first up we're going to have two Pyros facing off against each other. This first Pyro belongs to HALFWAYDCENTSALAD, I think. Apologies if I said that wrong. But this loadout consists of a pink painted neutron star cranial Carcharodon along with some earbuds. It's also worth noting that in this screenshot there is a midnight whirlwind unusual taunt as well. Now don't get me wrong, I really like this loadout. I think the pink paint with that neutron star looks really nice together. There is just one kind of thing for me, is like there's a third cosmetic slot, you know, and there could definitely be like a third cosmetic can really make or break your loadout, and there's definitely been a missed opportunity here. Like I feel like a third cosmetic, even if it's just something basic like the Sub-Zero suit or just something like that, would have actually been really beneficial. Like it would have just added that little bit extra on the body region just so it's not default. But I think the earbuds, they're very like subtle, and you'll obviously get the music notes coming out, which is really nice as well. I just feel like there could have been one more cosmetic to really complete this loadout. This is going to be going up against STARBEE's Pyro loadout. You guys may have seen this from the Patreon loadouts video, but this loadout essentially consists of another unusual cranial Carcharodon, which is actually why I'm comparing them. This, however, is a Starstorm Slumber cranial Carcharodon, a white painted North Polar Fleece, and white painted diamonds. And I've said this before, I mean I've already spoke about this loadout, so there's not a huge amount more I can say about it. However, I love the white paint on the North Polar Fleece and the white paint on the diamonds, and that like team spirit on the cranial Carcharodon goes with the unpainted parts of the Polar Fleece. I think the diamonds as a whole are great, and this just goes to show, man, this loadout would have been so much more basic without that North Polar Fleece. It really does emphasize other parts of the loadout, you know, and that's what I mean when I say a third cosmetic can really make or break your loadout, and I definitely think the North Polar Fleece was a very good choice here. Up next we have another battle. This time it's going to be the Scout of JAYME, which consists of a Demon Flame Flip Trilby, a black painted track Terrorizer, and Strange Brooklyn Booties. However, you can't see the Strange Brooklyn Booties because there is an unusual Deep Fried Desire taunt completely covering them up. I think the effect on the Deep Fried Desire taunt with that Demon Flame goes perfectly together. Those are two effects that are always inevitably going to match super well, and he's definitely utilised that that very well in this screenshot. Like, the colors on this are amazing. I think the black paint on the Terrorizer with the TRILBY are amazing as well. Once again, this is a very strong loadout. I mean, I'd definitely use this. I feel like the boots could be a bit wasted. Maybe some like breakneck baggies or something would have been really nice here. Just so like, I mean, maybe not in the loadout as a whole because I can't really see how the boots look, but just in this screenshot, I feel like the breakneck baggies or just something on the leg region that you can see would have been nice, because as nice as the shoes I'm sure are, they're really difficult to see in this screenshot. But I mean, as a whole, the loadout's great. It's just this screenshot in particular makes it hard to fully appreciate it. This is going to be going up against the scout that belongs to Lettuce, or also known as Shadow's Apathy. This consists of a really nice double combo being Aces High and Stormy Storm, and a green painted Mercs muffler. He's also got a Australian specialized killstreak scattergun, a golden pan, and a Lugamorph. And one thing I think is super cool off the bat on this loadout, you're probably going to think I'm talking about the golden pan, right? No. Like, on the actual loadout, it's that green and red on the Mercs muffler is a perfect match to the green and red on the Big Elfin Deal. Like, the key to my heart, boys, is color coordination, right? And the green and red is just amazing on this loadout. Like, it looks so good, and like the way the hat matches with the scarf perfectly is just mind-blowing to me. Like, I've never seen the Mercs muffler used like that. The antlers are really cool as well. You can't really see them too much due to the height of the Stormy Storm, but I just like how Aces High looks, you know? Like, when this is moving in-game, you can see it like the Aces High intercepts the cloud, which I think is a really cool feature. This is just a really strong loadout as well, and it's going to be very interesting to see who you guys pick. Up next is the soldier battle, and this time we're taking things down a notch. Obviously, we just had flashy unusuals, golden pans. This soldier loadout belongs to TOONY. It consists of a ground control, a cold snap coat, and what I believe is either a compatriot or a private maggot muncher. I'm still not sure which one it is because of the HUD, but I'm pretty sure that it's the private maggot muncher. But again, I could be very wrong. But as I say, anytime I see this hat used, I'm an absolute fool for the ground control. And I think with this brown paint and like the brown paint he's got on the cold snap coat and the brown on the compatriot or the private maggot muncher, like, this is really nice loadout. Like, the hair looks completely natural. It doesn't look unreal, like, and wacky, and it's like a very realistic loadout, you know? And I think everything works well together. Like, this is just a very basic and nice loadout. All the cosmetics work together, and that's what's really nice to me. This is going to be going up against the soldier of Venorat, and once again, this loadout works great. It's got an Antarctic Parker, a Mercs Mohawk, and the grey bands. I think the grey bands looks great, and like, I don't think I've seen the grey bands and the Mercs Mohawk used often together, but I mean, especially on the soldier, like, it looks good, you know? And I think the Antarctic Parker looks really good as well. Just like, once again, just everything seems to flow in this loadout, you know? Like, the white paint goes with that like snowy winter bit and like the puffy bit on the Antarctic Parker. Just everything works well. There's not a huge amount more I can say about it. Once again, now we have another Pyro loadout, and this is a loadout I'm super fond of. This is TEWBS Pyro. It consists of a purple energy connoisseur's cap, a Pyro the Flame Deer painted white, and a gold painted hot case. And it has a duck journal as well. The only reason I'm mentioning the duck journal is because like it kind of blends in with that gold paint on the hot case, which is super cool. But like, just look how that white painted flame deer works with the connoisseur's hat, man. Like, that is crazy. Like, that is such a cool combo that I've not actually seen used before. Like, it's so obscure, but it just looks so cool. And like, that purple energy with the white paint looks awesome. And I think just everything works nicely. Like, the way the hat sits right in the middle of the antlers of the flame deer is really cool to me. The hot case is a bit of a questionable choice, but then once again, what are you going to pair with these cosmetics, as they are so obscure, but it just works. And I love how purple energy looks with that white paint. Like, that's awesome. This is going to be going up against No 8's Pyro loadout. This consists of a Rusty Reaper, a Miami Knights Robo Brain Slug, and a Pyromancer's Mask. And I think the Rusty Reaper under the Pyromancer's Mask is awesome. Like, look at how like the rusty eyes just sit perfectly on the eye hole, and like, you can't tell it's a Rusty Reaper, you know? It just looks like a skull under the skull, which is just awesome to me. The fact it's like the Brain Slug as well, it's such a small hat, and it sits just like on the top and the corner of the Pyro's head. it's really not too noticeable, but that's just the hat in general, so you get full emphasis on the Miami Nights effect. Like, these are two very nice cosmetics used together, with that brain slug sat on top as well. So that is a very nice, solid loadout as well. It's going to be interesting to see who you guys pick. And for the final battle of this episode, guys, we have two sniper loadouts. This first sniper belongs to someone called Your Friend, and it consists of a green painted bruises bandana, a copper chameleon, and a desert marauder. And I think straight off the bat, the bandana and the marauder work perfectly together. They go hand in hand. You have like the head cover and then the face cover, leaving just the sunglasses. You get this very like desert kind of sniper theme that I'm sure he was going for. And then the green paint with that chameleon just look amazing together as well. Like, it wouldn't be a true outfit battle if I didn't mention the colors. And the elephant in the room is that the color on the bandana and the chameleon work perfectly together, and the white on the marauder really does like color block in the middle. Just like, this is a really strong use of cosmetics, and it really emphasizes each one in its own way, and I think they all work perfectly together. This is going to be going up against Demetrius's sniper loadout, and Demetrius self-proclaimed this loadout as an edgy sniper loadout, and I fully see what he meant. He had the Dread Riding Hood, the Hawk-Eyed Hunter, and the Criminal Cloak, and I'm pretty sure the Criminal Cloak and the Dread Riding Hood came out together in terms of like, they were part of the same collection and the same promo, so it makes sense to use these things together. But like, the Hawk-Eyed Hunter does look pretty cool with this, you know. You get this like very mischievous kind of like rogue sniper is the theme I get, and edgy would be the word to describe it, you know. I don't think he was wrong with that, but I think all the cosmetics do work together well. But guys, that's just about it for this video. If you did enjoy, please do remember to leave a like. There will be a playlist with all the outfit battles episode in the description of this, and also on the annotation in the outro. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and peace. I'm a motherfucking schemer boy.